We are all.
We are one.
We are
Watching. Hoard Illuminati.
Welcome to the Hoard Illuminati Podcast. It's Adam, Gregg, and special guest Matt this week. We're here to talk about all the ways that digital apps fucked up. So let's get started.
Wow.
Matt, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to our 6-hour podcast today.
Always good to be here. Enjoying my morning coffee, which I made with my Chemex. If you haven't done that, it's a fun thing. It's a weekend treat.
What is this?
Chemex coffee is a good one.
Chemex?
Yeah, it's like that the glass thing that you put a filter in on top. It's like a pour over. But you measure out the you measure out the water and the coffee, and then it looks like a beaker, and it's like a science project. Everything's measured in grams, and anyway, so it's a wonderful cup of coffee, but it's a weekend treat.
Wow.
Well, you are Dr. Jacobus, so you are Matt's guy.
Yeah, somebody called him Dr. Jacobus.
That was on
Neonmob. No, I'm sorry, the tarot cards, yeah. They thought the MD meant doctor, so they started calling him Dr. Jacobus, which sounds like a horror movie villain, you know.
Yeah.
It's great.
I wish there was a paycheck that came with that title.
For sure.
In your laboratory with your science experiments and your crazy horror movie testing that you've got going on. So,
well, I use the press. We're going to talk about coffee. Let's have a tangent right away. I use the coffee press, which is kind of like this fancy looking thing, and you put the coffee in, and then you pour the water in it, and then you let it sit for a while, and then you push all the grounds down to the bottom, and then pour the rest off the top, and it's fantastic, and you can make just incredibly strong coffee that way. It's really good.
Really nice. I've seen people do that. I've never done that myself. There's a dude at work that does that.
Yeah.
It looks pretty nice.
It's the way to go. We used to have your Mr. Coffee machine, and one day I went to clean it, and you go and clean a thing, and all this shit keeps coming out and coming out and coming out of the tubes and shit inside of it. I was just like, ooh, gross, no fucking way. This, I know what's in there. There's coffee, there's water, you clean the thing out, and it's good to go, and it makes a great cup of coffee. I've actually been to restaurants where when you order coffee after dinner, where they bring you a little press. And you press it down yourself, and you get your nice coffee there. That's the way to go. I love the press.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. I'll have to give that a shot sometime.
The trick is getting a big one. Yeah, I got one. It's like a 56 ounce press. It's like the biggest one I could find. So it makes it makes 4 maybe 5 cups of coffee, and then I just pour it in a carafe and keep it that way, and just pour it out and heat it up, and it's great.
Oh, sweet. So this made like 2 cups, so it was enough for me and her, and then that was it, and then I'd have to go through the whole process again to make more. So,
well, if you want to try the press, go to IKEA, because they have them everywhere, all over the store. They're really cheap, and then the coffee they sell at IKEA is great too. So for less than $10, you can get on the press train and try it out. It's not bad.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk. Now let's talk about dogs and daughters. This is important information for people,
And I'm here to add my 1 cent that says, I don't drink coffee, so I don't even know what
you don't drink coffee? How can we be friends? I don't even understand you.
I'm the guy that drinks like a soda in the morning.
Yeah. I've been to meetings with that guy.
Yeah. Like at 8 o'clock in the office here.
He's having a Coke.
That's healthy living.
Yeah, I know. So how can people find you in the app?
They can find me at MD Jacobus, MDJACOBUS, in Marvel, tarot cards, Disney, and of course Star Wars.
Nice. And Gregg, how can people find you once again?
Dr. Coffee in all the major coffee-related apps. And I'm Ted Salas in Star Wars, GS Man Thing and tarot cards. And that's Ted Salas 1 in Huddle for the next 48 hours.
Yeah, not long.
And I'm AC the Destroyer in most of the apps. So let's get started. Matt, I know you are still hoarding like a madman, your biker scouts. How's that coming along?
S6 Biker Scout. Yeah, it's coming along really, really well. I'm almost to 80k white, which is really cool. I found a dude who was abandoning his hoard. He had about 2,500 white, and we made that swap this week. It took, over the last week or so. It took a while to make that swap. It took a long time to make all those trades, but it was nice. He had a ton of whites. He had a ton of all the different colors, which was cool. So he let me get all of those off of him. So add them to the stack. And I guess we could just go with round numbers since that's what they do now. You know what? Is that playing into what they do? If I just read the round numbers,
it is.
Yes, you're playing their game.
Well, fuck them. We're gonna be specific then. So
round numbers by tier.
I don't like that. I mean, it's one more character. They put a K on the end, so put another character, and then that's the whole number. Like what? Anyway, that's so annoying. So
we're with you.
78,983 white, 93.59 blue, 61.46 red, 27.88 green, and 14.91 orange. So
nice.
Dang.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about your other accomplishment later in the show.
Alrighty.
Greg, still nothing.
No.
Still nothing.
No, I haven't done anything.
No S7, huh?
I still get, a few people are sending me Sparky K2SOs for stuff. And then our friend Thomas What's Up keeps scrounging up Dio ROS base for me and sending me 9-for-1 on those, and because I'm helping him out with the Vader, which is going really slow for him now. As bad as that was for me when things were good, right now I can't even imagine trying to hoard that card. Really rough. Lucky him, I still have about 4,000 of them that I'm handing over to help him out.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I went way over, so.
Yeah.
Well, at the time, we had no clue what those counts would be for the monument, so you planned ahead.
Right. I was ready at 15K if that's what it was going to be, and I overshot, so it's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Yep.
How are you?
And for me, the Series 7 Dooku, last week I explained my new hoarding strategy, and I stuck to that over the course of the week. And right now, I gained over 1,000 white this week, which is massive for Series 7. Mostly trading old stuff I didn't care about. So I'm at 55.60 on whites, 23.96 on blues, 17.09 red, 5.89 green, and 3.37 orange right now. So
wow. That is
pretty good. Pretty good. It's been a slog. I mean, I've been getting declined on the people are like, dupes for needs, send me old base. And I'm like, okay. And then it just gets straight up decline. I'm like, I don't even understand what's going on anymore.
I will say the change
influx of new players.
Yeah, the new players are special, and they don't understand how difficult it can be to get old base. And I think they should be benefiting from the fact that the changes in the force score calculations really make it a lot easier for me, at least, to part with old base that I have tons of for new stuff, because it really doesn't move that needle. It used to be, every time you traded away those the 2015, 2016 base, which I have tons of, you could see that shit go down so fast. And now it just doesn't feel that way anymore. And so they should be making hay while the sun shines. Because, the fact that there's so few old players still around and that you would be throwing old base at them, they should take it.
Yeah.
So, shame on them.
But I've still been having fun, and a bulk of the people are accepting those, so it is moving my numbers along. And I've been getting a lot of older hoards, too. A lot of Series 5 I've been cashing in on. Some Series 6 stuff, even as far back as some Series 1 stuff I'm getting.
I was getting some Series 1 trades earlier in the week too, Adam. What's going on there? Were you hitting a number on Dooku S1? Because you sent me a ton of trades.
No, I just saw him there and said,
I want those.
I better get these over to Greg before the app shuts down or something.
Turn the lights off.
So, I ended up getting about 80 or so DAC a while back from a quitter and just sent them over.
Oh, well, thanks. Nice. I appreciate it. I was always happy to see that, Knucklehead.
Yeah, it's always fun to get old hoards unexpectedly, too.
Mm-hmm. He still makes me smile.
So let's move right into tarot cards. Greg, you wanna field this one? They're pretty interesting update.
Yeah, he has his update. You know, I mentioned before he has a new build that he's been working on, and it's been a work in progress for over a year. Because it was supposed to roll out last year, and he still is not ready for prime time. He's having some framework issues or something like that. So in the meantime, he, for the fun of double work, dropped a big update for the current build, and it added a lot of features that really make the app kind of zip along. The card sheet loading is so much faster than it was before. I mean, and like I couldn't even look at my 2017 stuff before this update because I could just sit there and I would just see a sheet of little white numbers.
All the little numbers.
Yeah, and then none of the cards. It would take forever for the server to go, oh, sorry, I was sleeping. Here's the cards from 2017. It would take literally 5 minutes for it to even start loading. Now it starts right away, so I'm able to actually look at my old stuff again, which is great, and it works the same in trades. And then it also shows how many cards both parties have in a trade, which is such a no-brainer from our experience in previous builds of Star Wars. But it finally came to tarot cards. So now it makes like trying to do radiance so that you can do the fire melds easier, or if you're trying to do the black melds, you can see how many they are, so you're not taking them to zero, you're not giving away and breaking your set and stuff like that. So it's a big help there. Really cool, and changed the look of it. The splash screen, which you barely glimpse for a second, it's probably telling us "Hail Satan" because it goes by so fast. I haven't been able to screen cap it yet. It goes so quick. I would like to see the splash screen, but it's gone just that fast. And then the overall look of the app is a little bit different. So it's nice. It's nice that he put in some time there. He did have some issues early on when he first rolled the update out. Some of the Android users were unable to log into their accounts. They would go update, go in, and then it wouldn't get them in. So he was able to fix that, and he threw some coins at everybody for that one. The only remaining problem is the fire variants are still currently untradeable. Our friend Alan's always in there, hey, trading fire for fire and stuff like that. Well, you can't. If you do, even if I thought it was related to the issue with the ghosts, where it was creating you getting double cards in the factory when you melded those. But it has nothing to do with it. Since the update, the factory doesn't do that anymore. Yeah. It still just says processing, but if you just go out and go to your sheet, boom, there's the card, and you only have one. It was kicking out dupes because it was letting you hit the button multiple times. So even if you only have the one, you can't trade them for some reason, the fire variants. And we had the same situation last year with the blacks. When those first came out, they were untradeable, and he didn't realize even that they were for quite a while. He is aware of it, so he's working on that. So I expect any time now we'll see either something on the back end or another update that'll get those loosened up and trading around a little bit.
Yeah, I got to say I love this new card sheet because it zips so fast. It reminds me of 2015 Topps builds where you could just flip your finger and just watch the cards just go all the way down to the bottom, and hardly any lag. It's like, why is this not a thing on all of these?
Yeah, the one thing I really miss, and I wish it was in tarot cards, is the ability to go swipe to the side and see the next card and the next card and the next card. You can't. You have to X out, go, and it's a little more cumbersome. It's really nice sometimes when you're looking at a whole set. To be able to just flip from one card to the next one to the next one. But I don't know, maybe that's in the new build. I don't know. But so everything's great in tarot cards and good content still going. We still got Velocipaster. Is that done, or is there one more wave of those?
I believe the last week, right? Or is there one more after this?
There's one more, I believe. It's a 25 card set, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a big set.
Yeah. The scene cards are always fun. And then the BTS on that one, the herd's still continuing. And then the second poster was delayed slightly this week because of the issues with logins. But he was able to fix that really fast. And then later in the day, he dropped the new poster. So I'm still collecting those in both variants. And being lucky in the Pandora packs with those. Because I like to do my weekly Pandora and get more of those radiants so I can do more fires and all that stuff. It's the circle of life.
Yeah, I did the Pandora pack this week, and I finally caught up on all the behind the scenes because I got a bunch of the dupes from the new Velocipaster, and then I think I traded back to you for an old one I was missing.
Yeah.
So,
Yep,
it's good stuff.
That's what's happening in tarot cards. And then over in the magical world of Neonmob, I was talking last week about that set, Heroes and Villains from Mythka, which is turned out, as I was just finding out, an enormous set, 50 variants on that one to run down. And I knew even then I'm never going to make it because these are they were already at like 41% sold out. Well, I went to go open packs this morning and the free packs are all gone.
Oh.
So that basically ground that to a halt. I may keep opening it. I can't keep opening it. Hopefully I have enough that I can trade around to possibly finish the core set. up to what is it? The ultra rare. Even that's kind of dicey. I may end up just mulching the whole thing for carrots.
Well, they have the set you can get with carrots now, right? So.
Yeah, well, I finished that one pretty fast, and I've been still going through some of my old stuff and finding stuff that I had just astronomical quantities of commons and uncommons and rares, and mulching those down because the nobody's trying to trade me for any of those things. So I might as well use them and mulch them up and get those carrots socked away, since that seems to be a model going forward that's going to happen again.
Yeah.
And then Mythka, that just to kick me in the jimmy. After knowing I'm going to fail on Heroes and Villains, dropped a brand new set today, Winter Wonderland. And I haven't had a chance to even look at how big it is, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be another one of those things where I pull a bunch and then I don't get very far.
Then you're in.
Yeah. But I'm almost done with the Bart set, the package design set, which is, I really like that little set. And it's not an LE, thank goodness. That's one that's just going to keep running. So I'll probably just keep pulling the hell out of those because I really like the Bart set. And I really like that concept of that set. It's really interesting to me. Probably in the same way as the people in England that like to look at, trains and log when they come by and shit. It's like a totally nerded out, boring thing that I think is fun. Don't judge me.
They do it.
Don't judge me. I'm pretty sure everyone's judged me by this point. If you're listening to the show, they've
judged us all.
Yes,
kid.
Mostly me.
Open book here.
And the judgment is harsh. So that was it for Neonmob and tarot cards.
That and pretty much everyone we know, every time we pull out our phones, are probably judging.
Yeah.
Oh man! In Marvel this week, they made some more adjustments to the economy, I guess, and they changed their prize wheel to match what we experienced in Star Wars last week, which matches what's happening in Disney. Yeah. Go figure. Where the wheel is giving you 1 energy or whatever the fuck they're calling it per hour now, and the Marvel wheel only is going to refresh every 6 hours, so it's impossible to wipe out the wheel now.
Right.
So people are leaving 2 things on the wheel pretty much no matter what, unless they go to sleep and wake up and have a full lot of energy before they spin it. Oh. But during the day, they're gonna miss out on stuff. Probably coins, probably the nicer things on the wheel, of course.
Of course, because those are always the last things to hang on the wheel.
Yeah. I had one on Star Wars the other day where the 2 crystal one wasn't the last; it was the second to last.
Nice.
It was amazing. So I racked up those two diamondoids, baby.
Yeah, they're gonna end up eventually.
It was a win.
And then they also changed the claim packs, which a lot of people were pissed about too. They put in the new base cards into those finally, but at the same time they went from about 10 or more cards per pack down to 3 cards per pack in the claim packs.
Harsh.
So now the people like me who log in like once or twice a day to do just their claim coins and new emission, unless there's something I want to open, now we're barely getting acquire 5 cards. So.
Wow.
Yeah, you could usually get that when you open 1 pack.
Right.
One of those, the claim packs, yeah.
Well, and they have a new pink chase, too, on the wheel. They have pink base, just like they did last year. We have to collect all the pinks, and, everyone's running around trying to do that. That and those those stupid rainbow cards. Everybody's trying to run that down and finish that set too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are only coming out of crystal packs.
Yes.
Kind of like the Radiants are only coming out of the Pandora's box. So, people are trying to run that set down. It's only a tier 6 set, but people are panicked about it.
Well, and the counts are already up there on those too. They're getting pretty high fast. Everybody wanted to be the first kid on their block to get that award, whatever the fuck it was. But now, the counts are way up there.
I did that icon set stupidly. I shouldn't have, but I did. And so I have a pile of those rainbow variants. So they make good kickers for trades and other stuff. But I really should. Actually, that icon set I should have bought when they did the pre-sale. They did it for $24 or $25 or whatever it was, and you got the whole set.
Yeah. Look at the shame on my face.
I know.
I fucking did it. I did the fucking pre-sale on the goddamn thing. Such a fucking idiot. I'm never spending another $1 on this app. And then they drop an LE set and for 25 bones, here's my money. Here. So I have that.
You bought it at 25?
I did. I bought it 25. And then when it came out at Crystals, I was like, oh, okay, well I did okay. Cause I think it was like, something like $46 on odds on Crystals. But apparently the farmers got in there early and just mowed down the coin packs because they were selling.
They were gone quick.
They were selling coin sets on that for like $10 on eBay, and so I didn't get such a great deal.
Bummer. Yeah, so I should have. I saw it. It was available, and I was like, I don't know. And then, of course, the pre-sale was gone, and then I did it for Crystals later in the day, and I definitely didn't do it on odds. I was probably 50 in to put a set together with maybe a few, and having a few dupes left over.
Well, I thank you for making me feel better then, because I was kind of an idiot to buy it. And I have all those diamond cards, and I've been cross trading those for Huddle.
Nice.
Because all the Super Bowl stuff is coming out this week. So, I've been cross trading a lot of that for Huddle stuff, trying to get my my boosts up for the final crush against Christel.
In retrospect, though, I should have done the 25. It's what it is.
It was quick and easy. They only sold, I think it was only 150 of those sets, and then they sold out pretty fast.
There was an hour. I think it was available for an hour, and it sold out within the hour.
Right,
so.
And then they went into Crystals and coin packs. Coin packs were limited, obviously, and they sold out pretty quickly. And then after that, it was like, break a buck and try your luck. Because there were odds on Crystals, weren't they? It was like 1 in 3.
1 in 3. It wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. That just fucking hurts. I mean, to do it with real money and then odds, that's some brass balls right there. And we've seen some of that in Star Wars, too. It's, not nice. Yeah, it's 750 count, and then yesterday they dropped some 250 count, but I'm set.
That one's even worse because that one's bundled with a it's a MODOK set because everybody loves that guy. Yeah, a giant fucking head with arms and legs. A whole set of nothing but MODOK, and then at odds in the packs were the AIM first editions, which are they're 250 count.
Yeah, but you're right. They put the showcase set in there.
Yes.
Which is whatever. I couldn't care less about either.
It's awful looking set. I mean, the card design is nice, but the images on it just suck because it's MODOK. MODOK's fucking hideous. Nobody wants those cards. They wanted the other ones that were in the pack. They want the AIM cards, the first editions. So it's like your consolation prize is no consolation at all.
You know what? I guarantee you that's why they put the MODOK showcase in there with this set. It's the only way they were going to sell it.
Right.
I mean, if they would have put that out by itself, it never would have sold.
And then the diamond packs on that one, I think, have those diamond cards in it as well. That's the other thing right now. Everybody's hype about the diamond cards, the rainbows. So people are buying in just to get those and stuff. I actually pulled one of those first editions with the few coins I had. I must have had maybe 70,000 coins, nothing. I had nothing, and I just burned them all, and boom, I got one of those, and I traded it for. I traded it to a guy for $400K on Huddle.
Oh wow!
So I turned my 70K Marvel into $400K on Huddle. Just pull whatever you can, and I'll take it. And so it worked out fine. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I am coin poor on Marvel, man. I mean, I think that when they came out with that inked card or whatever it was this week, I went through everything I had for it, and I didn't get it.
I pulled that on coins too. So I actually have the first 2 inked cards. And then, of course, we didn't plan to talk about Marvel this much, but they did the second of the original art cards this week, which was Storm. It wasn't Man-Thing. And then they said, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna have an award." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." But the Man-Thing card isn't needed for the award. It's like, wow,
it's like,
you guys fucking dissed Man-Thing again.
I don't even know. Oh well.
Well, when they originally announced the set with the Man-Thing, there wasn't going to be an award, and then by popular demand, they added an award, but they didn't count the first card towards that, so that was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But good for folks that weren't in because there was no award, so they were just clean start on Storm and go. But I still saw people looking for the Man-Thing card.
Yeah. I will say that even though I got skunked on the inked card, I had a few coins, I think it was the next day that the Storm card came out. I had a few coins racked up, and I got that in the second pack, and it was 1 in 25, and that never happens to me.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I'll take it.
That's a lucky break. So that's it for Marvel. More than we had planned on.
For sure. It's usually not worth talking about very much.
I know, really, yeah. And, especially after me, like, fuck Marvel, I'm throwing you in a goddamn furnace. I sold I still have a ton of stuff, and I actually went in and sold a bunch of stuff. I sold about $65 worth, and then I had a gift card that I'd gotten for Christmas for eBay, and I bought myself a silver space painting with that money, so I was very happy.
Oh, nice. Which one?
It was that one, the Empire on Endor. It's the AT-AT by the platform.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, from that asshole Katy Perry.
Yes. Finally. Well, they were advertising it for like $300.
I know. I offered that dumb shit, the sun and the goddamn moon, for that card so many times, and they wouldn't take it. And so they put it on eBay for like $300, and it just rotted there for about 2 months. And it finally got down to a price where I thought, okay, now that's reasonable. $115 for a silver space painting. That's not bad. I can do that. Yeah. And so I just sold a bunch of stuff, took my gift card. Here's your money, dumbass. You should have took the stuff I tried to give you 2 months ago.
Yeah, seriously.
But anyways, that was my happy ending to Marvel. Made me feel a little better about it.
I was ready to put Star Wars this week.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. I wanted to take a quick jaunt over to Bunt, even though they're in the off season.
It's a jaunt.
They are doing something called a million card rip party, whatever the fuck that is. They haven't really told us in the app what that is, and I haven't gone to see anywhere else what that actually means. But what it meant in the app itself was everyone was getting 3 free packs of essentially prize wheel cards.
Yeah, they're garbage.
These were ones that were like the regular prize wheel, and then some of the premium commons, which doesn't sound right.
Well, no, they're uncommons actually. One of the ones I got was some kind of SIG card from some guy.
But
some cereal
everyone gets 3 packs of 21 inserts, and what they want you to do is to take a video of that in first person, which means and kind of narrate you opening these, which means I guess you've got to get a second phone. Because if you're to just screenshot what you were getting, you couldn't have the audio with it, the little video. So none of it makes sense, because most people probably opened the packs and then went to the article and went, oh, I guess I can't do this to try and win 25,000 diamonds.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's kind of like a box break or something, right?
Yeah, but what and where, it doesn't say in the article, and I tried looking on their social media, it doesn't really say. Great job, Tops. So,
another half-baked idea, not well executed. What can you say?
Congratulations.
Either way, there are people looking for the free box break cards in the feed. So there is some cross-trade opportunities there for some free cards. So hop on that while people are still looking.
I mean, some of the stuff you guys were posting yesterday, I was like, oh shit, look at this. It was like SIGs, and there was a Jimi Hendrix card. Where'd that
Yeah. I got the Jimi Hendrix card.
Yeah, and there's Atani SIGs and all sorts of crazy stuff in there, but it once again, like you said, it's a half-baked idea that doesn't really give a good explanation why they're celebrating this event that they don't say what the event really is. So, good on you, Tops. So let's talk Huddle. I see we've been joined by Christel. Hey, Christel, how are you doing?
Hey! Well, you know the thing we were talking about Babu Frickin' last week? Apparently that's a thing. There's already a GIF for it. And
tons of gifts.
There's tons of gifts for it. And then I was reading somewhere on Twitter, some guy was like, I was just seeing Little Women, and somebody dies in Little Women, and it's like totally quiet in the theater, and then all of a sudden from the next theater they hear Babu Frickin' go, hey! So that was great. That's amazing. It's a thing. I don't feel like we started it. I think it was just like a thing that was meant to happen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen. It's too good not to.
Right.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're going in. Oh, you're so excited about Super Bowl, Christel?
I am.
Me neither. I'm not.
I'm enjoying the Minshew stuff from. He's hanging out there doing like interviews and stuff, and
so he's back. He's in Miami now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. The RV tour ended, and he's in Miami doing like, interviews and stuff. And I just saw something where he was somewhere at some kind of event or whatever, and they were asking him about next season, and he was saying it's going to be all hearts and balls. So there were already these Jaguar guys who were like, we have got to get shirts that say hearts and balls.
Yeah, and they managed to get a Minshew mention into the very last episode of The Good Place. There was like a little sweet moment between Jason and his friend, and his friend said you're my gardener, Minshew. That was all we got of Minshew, but they got him in there though. I mean, they got to be mourning all the missed chances they had with that guy in that show. And an amazing finale to the show, by the way, if anybody watches that. It was great.
I have not seen that. No.
It's a fantastic show. Christel got me hooked on it. It is a blast. And it's really well done, really funny. I recommend it. There's only 5 seasons, so it's, you got a nice beginning, middle, end, right there. It's really good. Really great show.
I think it's only 4 seasons.
Is that? No, you're right. It is only 4 seasons. Yeah, really good show.
There's even less to watch.
Check it out. Fantastic show, and it really ended just on the perfect note. It was great. So, anyways, Huddle, yay! Huddle, the final of the Super Bowl is coming, and so we're gonna see Garoppolo versus Mahomes and everybody else against somebody doing something. And they've been dropping. They have the Super Bowl boosts, which I think we might have mentioned last week. And those were going up to, what? You got a rainbow SIG I saw. That's like a 22.5.
Yeah, that's some ass defense guy or something.
Yeah, some big old fat guy just fucking pushes guys.
Yeah, it's like, wow, what am I going to get? Like 1,000 points if he like touches somebody?
He pushes them. Gives him a big push. There's 1,000 points.
There's 1,000
Enjoy.
Points.
You gave him a big push.
Yeah.
So that was great, and so I've been trying to cross trade for those all week, and goddamn man, I'll tell you what, I can't tell you how many people I've tried to cross trade with, and they've got a 10x Mahomes, and that's like the only fucking boost they have that's worth the shit, and they're like, oh sorry, I'm using that in the Super Bowl. I'm like, really? That one card? Put that one card in for your lineup, and then collect your winnings.
Oh, there's my rainbow SIG.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Dre Greenlaw.
Oh, baby.
Linebacker.
Yeah, he is the law.
Who is it?
Dre Greenlaw.
Never
He's a
heard
49er.
I should know this then.
Yeah. This is your team, right?
Yeah.
It is my team. I'm excited for the Super Bowl.
That's my 22.5 boost.
See, here's the problem, and I should be a better fan, but they've been sucking ass so bad for the last few years. I have no idea where this team came from. Keep in mind, I'm also in Maryland, so I very rarely get to watch a game. I'm not going to pay for DirecTV to watch them suck. So, anyway, I barely ever get to watch them play on TV. So then it's hard for me to keep track of who's who and so on. So anyway. So I'm a much better hockey and baseball fan.
You should be aware of Dre Greenlaw and his size.
Watch for him to rip it open tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When they throw that big boy the ball, look out.
Really, if they throw the linebacker the ball, they've got problems. Mahomes.
He's an eligible receiver. He's going in.
I will send you a message tomorrow when I hear his name mentioned.
Yeah. So that's
you've got to Babu freak it when you do it. You can be like Ray Green.
Yeah.
Hey! There you go. Just send that gift. So and then
I can't get any good Mahomes. It's pissing me off. I can't keep buying this stuff trying to get a good Mahomes because
that's what they want you to do because nobody will trade one.
Well,
Nobody will
I've
trade
had
one.
a 12.5 since like the beginning of the playoffs that like I keep getting stupid blinds for, and it's like, really, people, if you're gonna send me a blind, send me some freaking Minshew. I mean, don't send me no crap ass Cowboys and shit. I don't want that crap. And I do not want Foles. Do not send me Foles.
Baby
Don't
collarbones.
send me baby collarbones.
Baby collarbones. That's what we call them now.
Minshew.
Baby collarbones.
So yeah, I got that 12.5, and then I tried that hype thing.
Yeah.
Thanks
that was
a
the
lot
new set.
for telling me about that.
That just dropped yesterday. There's a new set called Hype. It's really small. It's only 8 cards, so it's a lot of the better players and pretty high. Really? Well, I mean, they got a 17.5 Mahomes in there, and a Garoppolo.
Do they?
And they do. I got one.
Ass. I got 2 Tyreek Hills.
Well, he's good. He's a good receiver, and he'll probably get the ball thrown at him a lot. I'm hoping they'll throw it to Kelsey, actually, more. But we'll see.
Oh, did you get a Kelsey boost?
I've had one. I had a 15x rainbow boost that I've had since the beginning of the playoff. Yeah, well, okay, I have one too.
Rainbow boost too.
Okay, well, we'll put them to get side by side and see who gets the most points out of them. So yeah, so the contests are up now, and I'm still holding fire. I'm not going to set my lineup till tomorrow because I know they're going to drop 75x boosts tomorrow or some shit. They'll probably be. I will literally chop my arm off if there are not bundle cards tomorrow.
Really?
Yes, I'll chop my arm off. I'll do it. I'm not going to chop my arm off.
Right.
But I'd be very surprised if they didn't have bundle cards with huge boosts tomorrow, and there'll be a $99 bundle with a shitload of crystals and a fucking 50x Mahomes in there.
Yeah. Well, you can expect it. I mean, Jesus, I saw yesterday they tweeted something about doing a Disney set for the Super Bowl, so you can imagine that it's coming.
Do you remember that Super Bowl set they did for Walking Dead where it was all the zombie football players? Oh, that shit is so nasty. I never look at my Walking Dead, but that one sits really high up on the sheet, and there's a huge amount of them too. There's a fucking army of fucking dead football players that you have to scroll through. You could just frenzy
that shit. You could just frenzy it, and the counts on it were like 100,000 on those cards.
Yeah, it was nuts.
You could just sit there all day and just smash packs on that like you were going to do anything with these 50,000 of this zombie guy that no one else wanted because they also had 50,000 of them. Right. But we kept smashing packs all fucking day long when
just for something to do
and Walking Dead. Just because.
Yeah, exactly, just because. So we're nothing's changed in our there was nothing worth doing in the Pro Bowl or anything like that. So we're still here. My two card lead is going into the Super Bowl, and we're not going to leave anything on the field, are we?
What would we leave there?
I don't know. You don't leave anything on the field.
You have confirmed these counts that it is two difference?
I'm not going to argue with her. If she says it's two, Wake up with a cut throat and my arm sawed off or something.
Well, last time she was questioning if 2 was valid, so I just want to make sure you guys.
No, she did admit that 2 was valid. So even though I think it's 3.
What? What? 3 my ass.
That's fine. See, it's 2. I'll take 2. It's fine. If I can hold on to one of those, I'm gonna win. So okay.
Now, just to paint the picture, Gregg said it was 3, and then he could not look and turn to look at Christel because he knew he would crack up. He just looked straight ahead into the camera the whole time, trying not to burst out laughing. And she's going, "What?"
It was quite a scene. And scene. Yes, that was for you guys. Nobody else got to see that, but that was for you guys how that played out. So, anyways, wish me luck, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. She's still smashing, packs on, whatever this hype thing is.
No, I'm done for now.
Okay.
And remind everyone that you're playing for each other's tickets, right?
Correct.
Is that?
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, the other one has to, mulch their tickets for whatever the other person says.
Oh, it's going to be a Minshew, and whoever wins is going to be so pissed that they have to give up those tickets for said Minshew. Times however many you're able to melt.
Minshew wearing a T-shirt that said "Heart and Balls."
Heart and balls. Yeah.
Hearts and balls.
That is our quarterback right there, folks.
Oh, man,
he said
some. When it does, the card's not going to say that, but in each corner is just going to be like a heart and a football.
Well, see, he did an interview with somebody earlier in the week, and they asked him, how did he like Jacksonville? And he said, it's the perfect amount of white trash for me. Which is accurate.
Good stuff.
I mean, just
That's
absolutely,
Jacksonville.
that is our town.
Yeah.
We got the highs and the lows, baby. We got
the match made in heaven.
Yeah, we got the
there.
beach and we got the west side.
Oh man! So let's jump into Star Wars.
Oh, for God's sake! I just got Star Wars all over my shoe. Jesus Christ!
The big groan from the crowd.
The crowd goes wild.
I think we're just going to kind of go through most of the sets this week, and because there's almost an error with almost every single set, so we're just going to kind of run down the errors, and we should catch all the sets as we go through, aside from a couple. So let's get started.
Why are
with
they
that.
so bad at apping? I asked this last week, and they're like, "Hold my beer.
Watch this.
Watch this."
You ain't seen nothing yet. Bow, bow, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. We suck.
So bad. So bad.
Rick Ribors put that in the Reddit post. He quoted, he's like, why are they so bad at
He's like, this is the only question that matters. It should have been the title of the show last week, honestly.
And Tops is like, oh, you think that's bad?
Yeah, well, I'm glad we didn't use it last week.
Wait till you get a look at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Winged Freak
We got
terrorizes.
new ways to F up.
Oh man! So we started by saying, Chrome packs shouldn't be too bad. They finally figured it out last week, even though they didn't put the packs back. But they had problems with those too. The app didn't crash into oblivion, but coin packs were gone for the 5th week in a row. They didn't come back till Monday, and they had numerous problems where crystal packs kept disappearing too, as the higher tier variants sold out.
Yeah, they disappear intermittently, which was.
But somehow they kept putting those back, but not the credit packs.
Makes no sense.
There's obviously someone monitoring when the crystal packs go away, but not the coin packs. They're just like, oh, leave it for Jim on Monday, I guess.
Got to keep that money coming in, baby.
That's not my job. That's his job. He can do that when he gets in on Monday. I'm not doing that.
I'll get in trouble.
That goes on his eval, not mine.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Oh.
That's his
So those disappeared, and as various low counts sold out, it just was, one more thing for this set, which has just been tainted from the beginning with all sorts of errors since week 1. We've had over a month of these packs not working every time.
Is it over now? Is this the end? That was the last wave, right?
That was
the end. It was a huge wave.
It was like 46.
Yeah. It was 40 something. 47?
40 something. 46, 47, something like that.
Yeah. Well,
that's one I've had on autopilot all along. It's just been, hey farmer, thank you. I've done I did the first wave and then realized how stupid it was when I saw how cheap I could just buy it on eBay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So after that, it was just like, hey farmer, here's my money.
Yep.
Well, I bought a couple 100K packs with that. I got a couple oranges, which no one came looking for at all. And then for the packs themselves, once I completed my set, I've been trading them off for 9 Dooku's each.
Which is a great way to help your horde. Seriously.
Yeah. It helped contribute to the 1,000 plus I did this week. So
for sure. And, that's like Selden Pat and Lee Mercer, man. That's how they roll. And that's a fantastic... I've never done that, but that is a fantastic way to build your numbers.
When cards are essentially 2K or less than 2K each, and you're already getting base with that, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's junk. And after the awards, no one's going to give a shit, so you might as well dump all the dupes while you can.
For sure. Yeah, those cards,
even
the low count variants are just going to be absolute sky trash for forever, ever. People are going to be throwing that. And the way that these new traders do by tiers and stuff, it's going to get ridiculous. Some of the stuff that they're trying to get for that garbage.
Yep. Yeah, last night I got a trade for 3 gray CTIs that I didn't have for 8 greens, and I'm like, hell yeah! The counts were actually lower on the greens, but it come this afternoon when the awards drop, no one's going to care about them ever again.
Right.
So I might as well get something that I enjoy looking at.
Yeah.
If you turn that trade around and you sent those greens to somebody for 3 CTIs, you'd be declined all day long.
I don't know about that, but it's pretty close at this point. They're like, well, the counts are off on these. They aren't in the same tier. I don't know anymore. I can't get into the logic of these new players half the time.
I can't either. That's a fantastic deal. I'd take that all day long.
Oh, I did. I smashed my screen doing that.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like if I flipped that around and sent that to somebody, I'd fully expect to be declined.
Yeah, I'd be ashamed. I can't send this.
That's fantastic. Good for you. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
So the next thing we saw during the week was they sold out the lock-on cards.
Uh-huh.
And there's no fanfare to it. It wasn't like, get these make your sets, before these sell out. Nothing, just nothing at all from Topps on when these were going to sell out. It was actually Josh that said, hey, I noticed that these have a date on them in the progress bar. That's the only reason we knew about it.
Right.
And then at midnight, lock-on broke for anyone that was starting a new round, and that was broken for a good chunk of the next day.
It's been broken all along, though. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to go to that fucking thing, and it just goes to the little target screen, and nothing happens. It just sits there, and then it's just stuck. There's no way out of it. You have to close the app. You go back in, and oh, by the way, there went your energy. You didn't get anything. You didn't get to even play the game.
Because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's a dumb little mechanic. This little baby-ass game. What is that shit doing in there?
It's fun.
It's stupid. I hate it.
It makes me feel like I'm on a trench run to adventure.
I hate it.
I love it.
I hate it, and I hate the cargo drops. And the missions. It's just stupid. Just give me some coins and shut up and make packs that work.
You're asking an awful lot from a card trader.
I know. Lock on my ass. That's just stupid. It's a stupid little thing.
Well, now, Christel, you can get Wave 2.
Wave 2 of what? I didn't even do Wave 1. What the heck am I doing in there? Gotta get a freaking white new gun ray or something like that. Why do I... What?
Darth Vader, he's on my back. That's probably what happened. That's why it goes dark and nothing happens, because Darth Vader came up and got me from behind.
Just that's stupid.
I really get into it. I like
so stupid.
I swerve around, like this and weaving around.
I feel they probably spend the majority of their planning and meetings at Topps headquarters working on that stupid thing instead of everything else. They're like, oh man, lock on. What are we going to put in there now, guys? Oh, let's get some more ships, maybe. And are there different variants in there or something?
Well, I'm sure.
I'm
sure I know that they've realized that it's a fan favorite. By popular demand.
We've heard you guys.
Yes, we're listening to you.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll see that when they put a Hux exclusive fashion set. Lock on.
Then you'll be playing it all the time. Oh my god, I love Lock On. It's like a trench run to adventure.
No, just sit back, just think about this. Hux exclusive fashion set.
He only wears one outfit the whole time.
He's got the jacket he wears sometimes. He's got his little hat.
He doesn't always wear his little hat.
Then he's got kind of a different type overcoat thing when he's outside when it's chilly.
Chill. That makes him very fervent.
There you go. You're welcome, Topps.
Yeah, 3 different cards.
I'll be looking for that in that stupid ass lock on shit.
Wow.
So let's wind the clock back about 1 minute when Gregg says, "I really get into it when Darth Vader gets me from behind."
I was trying to get past that.
Oh, man, okay.
Trying to get past that.
And there's anything I say at this point makes it worse. So I could say it's a slip of the tongue.
Oh,
there we go. There, you know.
Bruh.
Some avid listener could make an incredible audio montage from all these episodes.
Yes. Yeah. Gregg's most embarrassing moments. Yeah, that's great.
I mean, they've got to have at least 5 minutes of material for all the time Gregg said "jizz blanket."
Yeah, just blanket, just blanket, just blanket, just blanket, just blanket. Turn it into a techno song. It'd be awesome. And then drop the beat from the Dark Lord.
The set we were all waiting for, Star Wars Doodles, has been delayed.
What?
No!
Yeah, I didn't care.
Can they put those doodles in the lock on?
Well, it's funny that, because they had this great fanfare. Oh, coming tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And then tomorrow it's like, hey, what happened to that thing? Oh, yeah, sorry, we can't do that yet. They didn't have approval or something? I don't know what. They jumped the gun there.
Yeah. This whole week's been like Jay from Clerks going, "Oh, wait, I fucked up."
Yeah.
I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but I don't think a lot of people were like, just dying because that didn't come out. It was just it was just all white and black sketches and kind of cute and okay.
They have variants though. If you look at that picture, man, the bottom,
Yep.
some of them are green. They say like sketches.
For fuck's sake, they've gotten
Green,
out of
gold,
control with the variants right now. You cannot tell. I mean, we were laughing about that 5-card set with 9 different variants last week. I mean, they're just continuing to too many variants. This was not something people wanted.
Speaking of which, we didn't really go into all the issues that set really had. We kind of glossed over, and we're gonna get into it later, and then we never did. But Matt, you did that humor set, and tell us like some of the weird errors that happened with that last week.
So I was chasing only the Biker Scout in the color and the black and white variant, but the X-Wing card, the color X-Wing card, couldn't be melded. You could get the blues because they were coming out of packs, but you couldn't meld the color X-Wing to green because they replaced what was supposed to be the color X-Wing with the black and white X-Wing. So everybody who went to meld the color X-Wing got the black and white one. Or was it the other way around?
It was the other way around. They got the higher variant,
Yeah, so, right. So there was this huge bottleneck there where people were only getting one of those versions. And then they eventually fixed it. But it took till Monday. I think they dropped the set Friday or something like that. And then it took till Monday before they fixed it. So there's this huge stockpile on the one side of the X-Wing cards. So that was a big...
It was one of those things, too, where people should have stopped melding. I'm getting over on everybody. Well, after a certain point, you're just running up the count, and there weren't your benefits. It's like those idiots that were hacking those San Diego sets, like 500 fucking sets of those cards. You cut your own throat, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're screwing yourself over at that point. So, yeah. And they ended up this week, I think they finished yesterday, with the awards were issued or whatever. The red one, that was like only 100 count. The Admiral Akbar thing was like 102. I did pretty well with the Biker Scouts. The color one, when I went to meld, I waited to meld, but I went to meld, I got 2. I melded 2 of the color Biker Scouts. There were only 5. I think there's a total of 7 now. And then I melded like 12 or 13 of the black and whites, and I think there's 46 of those. So, so for the higher tiers, it's not terrible, but it was a slog, man. I was trading, and I don't know how people, if they were trying to put together the whole set of black and whites and color. Oh, dude, I could barely squeak out, and I put in a good bit of time and trading, and I was trading everything I had for Biker Scouts, just swapping them, and man, it was a slog. I don't know how people did more than 1 or 2. It was no fun. It was no fun. Now that I say that, they'll do another one, something like that.
Really? By popular demand. It's a fan favorite.
You're gonna
oh yeah, everybody.
You're gonna see Wave 2 where the Biker Scouts actually riding.
They'll put him on
the bike instead of just searching for the change.
Yeah, and it go and just a little word bubble above him that says "we."
Yeah.
We.
Hey. or
They'll do that. It's fine. Whatever.
Yep. Jumping back to this week where they screwed up again. Technogalactic 2. What's in there, Christel?
She got home from work and it had come out earlier and she got home from work and I was like, hey, did you start on your Technogalactic Red? And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, there's a Hux Award in that set. She's like, what are you talking about? She just kept saying, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah. So finally, and then she was like, Bumpuses!
Bumpuses, yeah.
She does that all the time. She calls Tops the Bumpuses, you know, like in Christmas Story with those fucking dogs that eat the turkey and everything.
Bumpuses!
Yeah. Bumpuses!
Yeah, because I go, to try and get the little, one-time offer, cool little packs. And, of course, it takes the money, and then nothing happens. And, these packs are not available. I'm like, what the F? What?
Yep.
And then I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go buy a pack. So I go buy a pack, and, cool, it's wave 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, you should just open a shitload of packs, because they're going to fucking give you all your diamonds and coins back, and that's exactly what they did. Which, sucks. Hey, sucks for me, because I did those the first week, all the way through purple, I think. And now they did, I knew that those were still going to be out, but who was going to fucking buy them? Nobody was going to buy them on purpose, but by accident, knowing they're going to get their diamonds and coin backs, big fucking run on those things. And a bunch of people are like, hey, I'm trading for, trying to get wave 1 put together and stuff. It's like, God damn you guys.
Yeah, you see that spike you knew they can track that, and they see that big ass spike right there where everybody dumps their money in. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was just trying to finish my set there. I bought like 70 packs. So.
Yeah, I bought $50 worth of diamonds and spent it all on Technogalactic packs. And thanks for the refund, Popeye.
This was the time I picked.
Yeah. Well, what a bargain you got there. Instead of Technogalactic wave 1s.
Yeah. I will say this about Technogalactic, and just like the Chrome stuff, man. If you go on and check out your friendly farmer on eBay, you can get blue, green, and red for $250.
Ow! Wow! Wee.
Yeah,
that's cheap.
Yep, it's a pretty sweet deal.
I did the set in blue and red and I think green.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of purples, but they seem to be a lot harder to pick up. The first wave, man.
I have a bunch of purples. I'm not doing that purple shit.
Give me those. I'll put it together.
Them.
I will. I'll take them, my love. I think I have about 9 of them. The set likes me.
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
I don't care.
Well, I'm saying, if all these purples just got cut loose, you might be able to pick some.
You still have time, too. I mean, shit. There's
another week,
more than a week. They were going to be in packs for till the end of next week, and then I think the award is a week after that. I mean, there's a huge amount of time on those things. It's ridiculous. You should get out there. Slap that shit together. What do you got to do? Put down some fucking mulch? Come on.
19 purples. I'm not getting peer pressured into that.
19? Just 19? Freaking did that yellow stupid Rise set. I don't even know how many there were.
I didn't ask you to do the Rise set.
No, you did. You taunted her into it, Adam.
Well, it was a Hux Award, so.
Why you bully?
Yeah, why you lying?
Why you lying?
Well, you still got time. I don't want to be an enabler, but...
But I
will. Yeah. I don't want to...
I happen to come across a few purples. Maybe I'll send them your way.
Yeah.
I guess that means I'd have to collect all the other sets, too. But that's easy to do with $250, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hop on.
Oh man! And in other ways, Tops is fucked up this week. The Solo Illustrated, which was a great set, we kind of charted the course on that one over the last 3 shows, where they messed up when the App Store all hosed up purchases and stuff. Well, the awards aren't all coded as awards, and some of them aren't tradable still. And it's just like, come on, guys, just figure this stuff out.
Hey,
This
pisses me off.
5 years in.
Speaking of non-tradable awards, do you know that we're going to talk about avatars in a minute because they did another fucking bite at that apple. But the award from the first wave of those avatars, that Han Solo, still not tradable.
Yeah,
good job, guys.
And I don't want to completely derail, but I will say that the last round, that last bullshit that I got pissed about, the VCS that they did, where they did 3 waves and then the overall, every award that was issued when the third wave awards came out and the overalls, all untradeable. So if you got the overall carded Princess Leia award, the overall carded, I don't know who the hell the Wave 3 award was, I forget now, or any of the loose ones, X-Wing Luke or Big Head Han, anything that was any award that was issued for Wave 3 or overall in that VCS set, all untradeable.
That is fucking bullshit. I mean, seriously. And you know, you have to open a ticket, and there you go. Let's start dancing with fucking Jizz Blanket and see how they can fuck that up. You know,
and it's still not fixed. So I've been patiently waiting for it to be fixed because I sent a couple sets over to a friend, a real friend, who held them for me. So I have a second carded award coming to me, but I can't get it from him because it's untradeable. And this is how I noticed that the problem existed.
That's annoying. Like, did you open a ticket?
No.
Because that's literally the only way it's going to get fixed. You have to, somebody's going to have to be the hero and dive on the hand grenade and fucking start a ticket with Jizz Blanket and then, you know, dance around with them for 4 or 5 days, explaining the problem with screenshots. I don't, you know, that green thing, that went on for weeks. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So, like I said, I don't want to derail from the solo thing, but that problem exists with the VCS set.
Well, it's
ridiculous.
Yes, it's an issue that a lot of these new awards are coming out and are not tradable, and that's not as intended. It's just something they're not apping well at.
How is this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you missed this stuff.
And there's probably tons more at this rate, but how many of us really trade awards that often?
Right. Yeah, the only reason I even noticed it on the VCS stuff is because I was trying to get my second awards.
Right.
So, yeah. Otherwise, I would never have noticed it because I wouldn't be moving them. Yeah.
Ridiculous. Then we had the issue with the comic packs where they just, I guess, didn't show up one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a transmission. They had transmission and then no packs.
Yeah, for a couple hours or something?
Well, the transmission, I think, was not at the right time. I think the transmission was earlier in the day than those usually drop.
Yeah.
Of course.
So their timing was completely off.
A team meeting with an ice cream social afterward or something, and somebody just didn't go click the button. Like, what the fuck?
To foodie!
Who knows?
And Matt, you want to tackle this next one? Collages and Gilded.
I can't believe it. They got me pretty good this week. I was ready. That was it. I was done on when they dropped that Gilded set. I was done. I said, "This is it. I'm done. I can't possibly compete anymore. I can't do it." Because taking a look at what was on those cards, you know, they put Biker Scouts on there, so of course I wanted them. But you know, all those, the ROTJ collage has the Biker Scouts on there, and for them to hit the Gilded like that, damn it, I was pissed because the day before they came out with the Armored and Ready, and they had the Royal Guard on there with the Biker Scouts in the back. So I had to track down the Royal Guard Armored and Ready Gold, which is currently a 2cc. So just terrible. It's supposed to go up to 15, but right now it's 2, and it hasn't moved. What day did that drop? Wednesday? It hasn't moved since Wednesday, and now it's Saturday. So anyway, coming to a combo pack near you.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about. But anyhow, I went through that whole fiasco on Wednesday to track all those down, and then they hit us Thursday with those collages, which are beautiful cards.
Great looking cards.
And then they put them as Gilded as well, which the counts on the Gilded, I have no idea what they're doing. This is the worst decision of all the bad decisions that they've made in the last couple months. This has got to be one of the top worst ones. And specifically, they've gone on Reddit, and we're talking, and they brought up, you know, doing Gilded, and we laughed about how restructuring Gilded or changing Gilded in any way,
making them more available is what they said.
It shouldn't be anywhere near the list of shit they have to fix. And they're in there tinkering with Gilded and fucking with them. And the borders, sure, they look good, they look better, but to change the silvers to 10 count or 5s and then the bronze to 10,
it's useless. It just makes them look completely worthless, valuable. valueless and impossible for trading. There's no parity to those things at all now.
No. So you'd have to trade 3 former bronzes for one of these bronze.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. I mean, it's just stupid. No, there's going to be... And I said on Reddit, they're creating 2 populations. They're dividing the community between people who have been in the app before and people who just started. They're creating 2 completely different subsets of players now. And neither one of us are going to be able to tolerate each other. We're all going to hate each other's guts because they're all going to want stuff, but they're going to be offering this new shit that has no fucking value. I'm not giving you a 3-count bronze for a 10-count bronze. It's not happening.
Not even close. And my own fault. I didn't notice the change in the card counts. So when these hit, I started trying to pick up the bronze and the silver and the gold, of course. I'm chasing them around, trying to see who's pulling. I'm asking everybody in the group if they can pull a blind list. Oh, because that doesn't work. Anyway, so I'm getting blind lists. I'm sending trades. I started sending trades based on what I considered the card counts were probably going to be. So, and luckily, the silvers that I had sent, the initial silver offers that I had sent, they didn't take them and I had sent some really nice offers, considering the fact that these were going to be 2-count silvers, and they didn't take them. Oh, well, I'm going to hold on. Of course, new players, whatever. So, fine.
Did you a favor?
Hold on to them. It's fine. So, I did end up working a deal with one. A fantastic deal. Anyway, 1 R2-D2 reflections, and I don't know, 2 other R2-D2 cards that I don't care about. So, and I got the silver for that. But, man, I sent some silly deals for the bronze and silvers that didn't go anywhere and I was thinking they were going to be 2 and 3 count. I am so glad they didn't get accepted because I would have been pissed if I paid out what I was trying to put out for the silver and the bronze.
Right.
I had eventually got my bronze from our buddy Biblam.
Yeah.
And he pulled it, and bless his heart, he just sent it to me. He said, "Here, just take it." I was like, "Oh shit." Hey, he is a wonderful, wonderful player. I owe him a debt of gratitude, as well as where I got my gold, which was through a trade, and I paid through the nose for the actual ROTJ card, but I got my initial start by Thomas, what's up, actually pulled one of the golds, and gave me first crack at it. So I got a gold from him, and that's what I used as my base to start the trade to get the ROTJ gold. So in the end, I ended up with all 3, but it was a heavy price, other than the bronze. Thanks, Kevin.
Well, I mean, it's so, they were talking about, we want to make Gildeds more available. Well, this is not how you do that. They had the diamond gilded variant at 10 count, which everybody had kind of accepted as, kind of the lesser gilded, but it was available, and a 10 count card's nothing to sneeze at, and especially 10 count diamonds on those would have been really nice looking cards. But to completely take something that we've been doing for 4 fucking years now and say, oh, we're just going to completely change now the silvers are going to be 5 and the bronzes are going to be 10. It's just absolutely tone deaf and ignorant. And there's no reason to make a mistake. That's unforced error once again to do something this stupid. And, they really need to fucking look at what they've done here and pump the brakes on. Now, there's cards that are confusing in Gilded, and we see this all the time. Cards like the Quintessential, which have those gilded frames in them. And then there's also the Rise of, what is that one called? There's a Rise set that has Padme awards that are really high count, but they have gilded frames as well. So there's a lot.
Rise of the Empire.
Rise of the Empire. And there's a lot of brand confusion around Gilded in terms of usage of that frame and other things.
Some other portrait set has those gilded too, don't they?
I think so.
They're like black and white, like drawing. There's Yoda's one. I know Han's one. I know Boba Fett's one.
Those are the quintessentials. Those are the quintessential.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Because they had the gold frame, silver frame, bronze frame. Because I collected that set.
That's right.
And those have all kinds of counts. They're all over the place. So there was a little brand confusion out there. But doing this and just completely breaking the paradigm of gildeds and what they're supposed to be is just stupid. It's just dumb, and nobody's gonna thank them for that. I guarantee you.
It's a kick in the nuts, and I mean, if they were gonna, so. I think the mechanic that they had, let's say for the murals, that was okay. And they've been doing that through some of the other sets where they have 5, 10, and 15 counts.
Yeah.
They're not gilded. They're not calling them gilded, not going to confuse them with the other gilded. I always thought, I'm like, okay, well, if they want to do their limited cards at 5, 10, and 15, that's okay. It's more attainable, certainly, than gilded. Better than 1, 2, and 3, that's for sure. At least I felt like I had a chance, like with the murals. I mean, you had to pull your ass off and maybe make some trades, but at least you could get I got the gold Return of the Jedi mural, the silver, and the bronze, or whatever, the black. It wasn't bronze, but so I don't know. Why would they leave the gold at 1 and then have 5 and 10? I mean, they could have done 2 or 3 gold, but that still doesn't fix it. It doesn't widen the availability anymore. If they'd have done the diamonds on these, they would have ended up with 16 gilded of each of those cards. What they've done here makes it, how many? Is that 8? It's the same. 16, yeah.
16. Yeah. They could have just done a diamond and done it that way. And that would have been fine, especially with, they've never done diamonds in a gilded release, along with the 1, 2, and 3 counts. They've always been their own little sets, like the anniversary for Clone War and stuff like that. They've always been like,
that's all it's been, is just the Clone Wars where it started.
And so they could have very easily folded that diamond frame in with these other here, have the same added availability, and not pissed off everybody who's been collecting gilded all this time.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
I think the person that put it best was Jules Gold. He said, imagine how disappointed all Olympic silver medalists will be when they discover they're actually in 5th place. It's crazy. It's crazy, and going back to when they first started throwing this idea of maybe like bronze being like a 20 count or something stupid like that, and we're like, these are aspirational cards.
Yeah.
You shouldn't make your Halo cards be the ones that should be easily attainable.
Right.
It just shouldn't work that way. If everyone has them, then they're not special.
Well, there's just going to be
You've
more and
to
more.
Work up to it.
They're gonna not sell out. They're gonna go into combo packs later, just like all this other low count shit that's been coming in all these port sets that nobody gives a fuck about after awards. And that's going to be a real buzz when you pull one of those.
Yeah.
It's a big misfire, and hopefully there was a lot of input on Reddit, and hopefully they've looked at that and gone, maybe that wasn't the best way to do it. I think the diamond would have been a fine solution that nobody would have been mad about. They could have increased the availability with another variant in there, and even put them at the same odds as the other ones, because there was. I don't know. They're fucking morons.
We could talk about this for hours. I've got so many opinions about it. But,
as do I. I mean, like and the gilded market is tough. This is an invitation for destruction for folks to get their hands on one of these things and think, oh boy, I'm a big boy now. I'm going to fucking go and trade some gildeds. No, you're not, because the people that trade these gildeds around, They know what a gilded is. 1, 2, and 3 count. This 5, 10 count shit is not going to play with them. You're not going to get nowhere with these.
Aside from golds.
Oh yeah, well I mean, you can go upgrade them and get you some of those shit ass modernographies that are floating around still that nobody fucking wants, and you can get a lower count. I'd be happy to if I had some of those dogs still laying around to to trade them into better looking cards. But short of that, you're not going to get any gildeds with those things.
Or those orange-looking Phantom Menace looking guys that are like $5 on the bay. It's like everyone wants a hand-drawn Newt Gunray orange back gilded bronze.
Oh yeah, those things are awful too. Those are the classic art ones. Those fucking ugly ass things. And so many bad ones too. Many bad ones.
They're just circling the bowl. Man.
Yeah, the Otagunga sub, man. That's my Hoard.
Oh man, it's like, why in the last 6 months, like everything they solicit feedback from the community,
just do the opposite.
They just go to the opposite. Let's just start telling. That sounds great.
Somebody actually suggested that we should just start telling them use reverse psychology and just start telling them the opposite thing, and they'll do that.
Yeah. Because everything else, I tweeted out, everything else in the last half year they've just mashed the gas pedal and aimed for the wall. It's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I
they just do the opposite
love
direction.
lock on.
Are you locking on? Dude?
I love lock on.
She's using reverse psychology.
I love it. I love lock on.
I hope they never put any Hux cards on there.
Don't ever.
Don't do it.
Oh. I love Hux Awards. I love those.
But after all that, there's still more issues from the week. If you can believe it.
We're only halfway through the week. Only halfway through the week.
So, in the daily comic drops, I know that these are just ports, these Marvel comics.
Yes.
But the comic from, was it yesterday? Everything's running together. There's so many freaking errors.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, that it was the same comic cover is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Right.
Which was kind of the predecessor to the comic marathons. Yeah. And let's just release the same damn card again without the Darth Vader header on it.
You can't do that. That's not cool. It's just not cool. Like you said, it's a port, but man, I was really, really pissed off when they did the other San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, the Han and Greedo action figures. Oh, that was like a 400 count out of the box card, and then they threw it in that BCS wave, and now everybody and their brothers got a version of it. So
for
so
5K.
Same here. I think, and again,
well,
reuse of images. I know there's only so many images, but when something is an exclusive card, that's got to be off limits.
It's even worse in the fact that this one has it doesn't have the Darth Vader title from the cover on it. It's a clean art card. It actually looks better than the one that was in San Diego.
Yeah,
it's an ass kicker.
It's all ass kickers because you know that
literally nothing is sacred. Literally
the Techno
nothing is
Hux Award is the physical card.
Yeah,
it's the same one. It's the physical card, except with that cool techno border.
Yep.
And
that's not the first time they reused that Techno one either. Didn't they make that one of the exclusive base variant chase things, like a D23 or something like that as well?
No, it was
I
don't know.
It was something else, though.
It was something else.
Yeah.
Always.
Always. That's annoying.
Always.
Yeah. It's annoying. It doesn't, it is, different image in terms of it has a border. But they took the cover, Darth Vader or whatever was on there off. But yeah, it's still really annoying. And again, they're not looking at what they've done before. It just feels more and more like it's just kind of like, fuck you, old players. Who fucking made you? Literally, like, just...
Honestly, I think they'd be happy if all the old players quit. And
I know, because that's all we do is bitch.
Yeah.
All these new idiots are like, this is great. This is a wonderland. Wow. Everything's great. I love this place.
They'd be happy if we all just fucking packed it in, and then they could just do whatever with the new players who don't know better. And they'd be happy with their tiers. They'd be happy with recycled.
I feel like we're like these people that have lived in the neighborhood forever, and it's getting gentrified. Like victims of gentrification in the world of Star Wars Card Trader. It's fucking ridiculous. That used to be a great rib place. Now it's a fucking Starbucks, like every other Starbucks. Why?
So all the Darths can move in.
Yeah.
That's right. All the Darths will take up residence.
They must be so mad. The new players that come in, like, I'm going to be Darth Tommy. No, you're not, because there was Darth Tommy like 4 fucking years ago. He hasn't played for 3 years.
So I'm gonna be Darth Tommy with like 18 Ys at the end.
Did you see that they actually have special characters in some of the names now too? Like it used to just be used to be letters and underlines or dashes, and that was it. And now I've seen people with like fucking asterisks and shit.
Get out of here!
I'm not even kidding. At some point they'll start having emojis in there. That'll be great.
Oh my god! Well, hey, it's a social app, man. Come on.
Yeah.
The social aspects of this app are incredible.
Yeah. Enjoy my face palm.
But hey, there was still one more issue last night.
Oh, this was the best one though. This was scratch off lucky. Again, another reason for these new players to go, I love this place. They put out a combo pack, and we've been conditioned forever to combo packs. Please, can we just not? Why would I? And we just ignore them. Well,
Ignore
they fucked
them immediately.
We fucked it up last night. We should have paid attention because the 15K pack for coins was spitting out fucking tier 10s at 1 in 3 odds.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
all the unsold
hammered
5, 4, 3, 2, 1s and shit like that were popping out of those. They were raining out of those packs for coins, and we had no idea. And then they shut it down. I know they didn't just sell it out.
No update. Pops.
Just like,
the big
whoops.
Sold out banner.
Yeah, just all of a sudden they were sold out, and that was it. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, by the way, the only person who's super happy was the Torredoza guy, compulsive collector. Finally, those came out, the ones that he was missing, and he was able to finish his rainbow.
Yeah, I shot him a trade and saw that it was there, and I sent him a congrats at least. So he said he didn't pull it, but he got it from somebody. I guess he pulled it because it was there. So lucky for him, that's good. Anybody who completes a rainbow, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, for sure.
But dude, I would have hammered.
Oh, me too. I had hardly any coins, but I would have just blown them all on that shit, So we have no idea what it was that actually got out because everybody that got over on it's just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna slip out the back over here. Don't mind me.
I mean, we've all had those moments.
Yes.
We want more of those moments.
Yeah, we want those moments. They're great.
The people who made out like bandits, man, it's like if you're driving down on the highway and the Brinks trucks rolled over, there's money everywhere.
Just drive real slow, pick up a bag, keep on going.
Yeah, you're not the person that sits around for an hour trying to scoop up every dollar. You're the one that gets in the truck and goes, I got a couple full pockets. I'm just gonna head on.
Go get out before the cops come. We've all been there, But wow, yeah, that was a great fuck up, and congratulations to everybody who got over on tops with that one. You've felt the joy of Sigmageddon, Crystal Apocalypse, and all that stuff. Stickermania, you name it. Freightgate, yes, so many wonderful fuck ups over the year. This one's probably a blip on the radar screen of calamity, but. Congrats to anybody that got in. I was there. I wasn't paying attention. I should have thrown a couple of packs.
Well, like you said, we're so conditioned to ignore those fucking things. I'm not going to buy them. I see the transmission. I'm like, whatever. And then look what happens.
Yeah. The one time.
Yep.
They had a couple more sets that, believe it or not, didn't have any major issues that we're aware of, at least.
Not yet.
They did R2-D2 The Rescue, Series 2.
That was fine.
Solo concept to screen. That looked nice.
Okay.
Those are nice looking set. Biggs got hammered again.
Mm-hmm.
Armored and Ready 2 for those who just didn't get enough with Series 1. Sorry about the Royal Guard there.
Yeah, but I think that's it. I think there's no more of those coming. I believe it was a two-way set.
Yeah.
Never know.
I think it's done. So
they had Mandalorian Chapter 2 concepts. Those are always
beautiful.
nice.
Amazing. Love that set.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget fan favorite.
Hey, you fans out there, you love it. And here it is again. It's that Avatar set. Give us $2, and then you have access to packs. And I did all those all the way up to green last time because I'm just a fucking moron. I did not this time, and I'm not. Don't look at me. I just just like with Marvel, I'm not.
Not gonna do it.
I'm just gonna do the bronze, and that's fine. Because for some reason, the first time I thought I was gonna get something special for doing. All of those, but it's the same fucking Avatar if you do it in bronze or green. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So unless you're chasing the award card is.
Yeah.
Then, or a specific character.
Yeah. And these all seem to actually be like prequel looking. I think they're all Clone Wars, I believe. I'm surprised there's no Dooku, Adam.
The art's on it.
They're waiting. They're waiting for Wave 3 award for me.
There you go. For overall, the unannounced overall award.
Backed by popular demand.
It's a fan favorite. You betcha it's a blast.
Fan favorite.
That's right.
Yeah. So
you wait till. Oh my God! I'm not gonna put this. I shouldn't put this out in the universe, but I'm gonna. You wait until they put a Rey Avatar out there.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Yes, are you kidding me?
That's all you're gonna see.
You wait. So if the first one looked like it was mostly the first little round of those looked like it was mostly original trilogy, this seems to be Clone Wars. Next will be the sequel trilogy. So there'll be a Rey one, and everybody will have it.
And then everyone in the feed will look exactly the same as if they don't already.
Yes. Everybody, it was like, it's all Boba Fett. You scroll through, it's all like, oh shit, it's all the Boba Fett avatars and the Darth Vader avatars, of course. But,
and a lot of weird Star Destroyer triangles.
Yeah, the triangles.
I'm like, why is there a top spinning on here?
Anyway, so blame me. Sorry for putting that thought out in the universe.
It's so stupid to even like have hope at this point because everything's so fucked up. But monuments and avatars around those, I think, will be fun. And you know, if they can not fuck it up, God damn it, please don't fuck this up, Tops. You done promised 300 different avatars, plus I assume the ROS ones as well. So there's 323, I think, avatars that they're going to have to be dishing out. Man, I can't imagine how they're not going to fuck that up.
Yeah.
Oh, it will. It will.
You know what they'll probably do? They'll give you like an avatar ticket, and then you go to the avatar store and get whatever avatar you want.
Yeah, no matter what you melded.
Yeah. Everyone gets a Ray.
All of a sudden, there's like 600 Rays.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Selton Pad will blow his top. Look out.
They'll find a way to new and exciting way to fuck that up.
I hope not. That's going to be my final thought right there. Please, whatever you do, take as much time.
Now we're on the countdown. It's February. It's happening. Oh, that's right. I get to change my calendar.
Who is it?
Well, I have a Frazetta calendar this year.
So it'll be interesting to see what the monument cards actually look like with Brandon Bernard at the helm.
I'm excited.
And what he's come up with. I mean, I still think a lot of us were hoping for an S6 wood variant along the way.
That would be
I don't think that'd be appropriate as a monument.
Probably not as a monument, but as a base variant would have been really, really cool.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I missed in our bitch about the new Gilded was how nice the new frame looked, and they actually did incorporate something that we'd mentioned previously, where they took something that was existing in the card and changed it to that gold color, because these all have variants and they all have that same frame. Yep. The Gilded ones have that in gold, and it looks amazing. It's a really great looking frame, and I feel bad that this got raked on so hard because they look so nice. And if they'd have done the counts right on them, I think people would be fucking stoked about Gildeds right now and going forward to see something like that happening. But they kind of fucked it up with the count thing.
Had they gotten the counts right, that would have been a badass set. I'd still be pissed that I had to chase down the Gildeds.
Yeah.
It would have been. Because they look so good.
Yeah.
They look so good.
Yeah. And the one thing we didn't really talk about Gilded was the price of these. They were 1 in 60 regardless in those crystal packs. And even if you got the big pack, which was 7,500 crystals, you still had a 1 in 60 shot times 12 packs.
Right.
But it's still like, you think about the big asshole packs, the $20 packs that we used to get consistently last year, and Gilded would be, 1 in 7, 1 in 10, somewhere in there. And now it's like, do I really want to drop potentially $200-$300
to get a 10 count card?
To get a 10 count.
Right.
No fucking way.
There's no weighted odds towards the gold
versus
the bronze, so it's all the same odds. It was like 1 in 60 across the board for any one of those 16 cards.
Yeah.
The 1 gold, the 5 silver, and the 10 bronze. And that makes it much less enticing to kind of go for your Gilded.
Yeah,
it was a little better when it was, you could have the same odds for a Gilded, but you'd get a 1, 2, or 3. But now you're looking at a 1, 5, and 10.
Well, yeah, and it's turning them back into a lucky pull type situation where nobody's really going to go ham to try to get those. Whereas in previous sets, there were ballers that were like, when there was new Gilded, man, they were just fucking hammering $20 bundles to get those Gildeds. They're not going to fucking do that for a 10 count card.
Oh, yeah, look, I mean, like, guys, dude, Don Obi, he would hammer
Yes.
the shit out of some of those sets and just come away with piles of gilded.
Yeah,
Right.
and our friend Thomas too.
Yeah.
Thomas, what's up?
Oh,
73.
same
Holy
deal.
shit, that guy would fucking just go ham on fucking bundle packs to get those gildeds and stuff. It was crazy.
Yep. Yep.
They're not going to do that for a 10 count card or a 5 count card. It's just it's
Well,
a really
not worth
bad
your
strategy.
return anymore.
Really
It's just
bad
not even worth
strategy.
the return.
Yeah.
So
Not worth it.
yeah. Nope.
So coming to a combo pack near you where they maybe don't fuck it up.
A coin pack where you can get it for 1 in 3 in a coin pack.
15K.
Dude, yeah.
I got a gilded for my daily credits. Thank you, Tops. This place is a wonderland.
Yeah, you'll find me on my roof getting ready to jump.
I'm posting my review on Apple Store right now from Darth Tommy.
2187.
Oh man. Let's wrap this up.
Let's
today.
get out of here. Come on.
There's so many things that have gone wrong this week. Let's wrap this up and put this week to bed.
Okay.
Matt, as our guest, would you like to go first today?
Final thoughts? I think it's probably what we were just talking about. Probably the monuments. Just however long it takes, whatever it takes, get it right. I don't mean I'm sure they'll look nice because Brandon's at the helm of the art. But get the mechanic right. Don't fuck up the monuments. People worked way too long and way too hard, and they've made promises, they've made commitments about doing them, about doing the avatars, about getting the names on there, whatever. Get it right. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Even if you have to say, well, we might need another month on this. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Just get it right.
And there's tons of people that are like, can they just do monuments so I can quit already?
Yeah, somebody.
I've seen that
I've
too.
seen that a couple of times. Just put the things out so I can quit.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm just like, if you're going to quit anyways, why not just delete the app and just be done?
Yeah.
Just delete it. It's fine. And unless you think you're going to come back, then why wait? It was all like the same quit waves where people are like, I'm going to finish this marathon and then I'm going to quit. You're going to spend a bunch of money to finish a marathon and then quit? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, none of this makes any sense. Honestly,
No, you're right,
this is not normal human, behavior. If wolves did this, they'd be extinct.
Yeah. That.
We are the gerbils chasing the cheese in the maze.
Yeah.
Christel, you want to go next?
Or lock on.
I got nothing.
Yeah. We have a profound sense of ennui.
Yeah, I mean, literally, there have been days this week where I almost forget to open the app, which is crazy.
It's liberating, though, isn't it?
Right? And I was thinking about it, and it's because it's so unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
The whole setup, the color, the layout, the fucking locked on, and the cargo drop bullshit taking up all that space. It's unpleasant. It's not pleasant to open the app. It's like, it'll get to be like 7 o'clock, and I'll be like, oh, wow, I guess I need to go in there and see if they dropped anything today. Luckily, Gregg tells me if there's something Hux, but other than that, I'm just kind of like, I could care less. That's where they've got me. I could just care less. But you know what I do care about? Undercover Ren.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Driver is a god. I mean, that was so great. Randy the intern is like my favorite. And oh man, that was so good.
So what we have to explain what that is. It was on Saturday Night Live last week. They did
so good.
Undercover Boss Kylo Ren again.
Yeah.
And it was right. And
checking up on him
and
see how he was doing.
The world is now asking, why did we never get Kylo Ren with a beard and a goatee?
Right. Yes, I
Because he
totally
looked
support.
so great, like as Kylo Ren
yes.
with the beard. I was like, yes. I mean, I accepted it immediately. It wasn't like,
Yes.
oh, that looks weird as Kylo Ren.
No, it
worked.
was hotter.
Yeah, it was
and
cool.
Yes, it was. And I totally support a remake of Rise of Skywalker, but only to add in the facial hair on Adam Driver.
Add in the beard.
Add in the beard. And, oh my God. Just, yes.
It was a good look for him.
You'll get it in the special edition, and George Lucas will add Kylo Ren's beard with CGI.
And I realized we were talking about it in the car the other day. And, yeah. That's right, special edition.
You'll get.
We like that fuck where they tried to get rid of the. They'll take the mustache that they took off Superman.
They took off Superman and put it on him.
We still have the digital leftover mustache, and we'll put that on. And we were talking about how he looks like Keanu Reeves, kind of. And I think it would be really interesting if they ever want, if Keanu Reeves ever says, look, man, he's the same age as me. He's like 55 years old, and he's still doing those fucking movies. Dude, I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. Just give it to Adam Driver and do prequels of those John Wick movies with Adam Driver as John Wick. That'd be fucking badass.
Yeah. Could see it.
Yeah. So is that your final thought, Greg?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, honestly, you know that was about it. Really, it's been a week, and I've been playing Angry Birds again.
What?
Honest to God.
What?
Yeah.
Tops, what have you done?
Seriously, I started.
This is madness.
I'll play Angry Birds for like a half hour, 45 minutes a day.
Next thing you know, he's going to be watching the Angry Birds movies.
No, I'm not going to do that because those suck.
Sure,
but Angry Birds Friends, before Star Wars Card Trader came along, man, I was all about Angry Birds. I used to play that shit all the time. And like when they came out with Angry Birds Friends, it's like a competition, and there's a leaderboard and all this stuff, and they have daily things, and you compete against other people for rank points and coins and shit like that, and you use that to buy power-ups, and it's a ton of fun, and I play it. I used to be really amazingly great at it, and I've started playing Angry Birds Friends again.
Tune in next week when I rediscover Candy Crush.
Yeah, it'll still be about apps, but less and less.
See what you've done, Tops?
Less and less times. I'll on Sunday when my report comes up for how much time I spent doing each thing, I'll show you what I did on Angry Birds this week.
Wow,
so do you get the Angry Birds music stuck in your head again?
No, I have all that turned off, thank God. I have all that turned off. And you know what else I played this week too? Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, I saw you doing that.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening?
You know what that is?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it was a PlayStation 2 game. They recently ported it to the Switch. But it's crazy Japanese
you just,
game.
Roll balls.
Yes, you're a little guy and you've got this big ball and you push it around and everything, if it's small enough, will stick to the ball. And as you go along, the ball gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So you start out picking up paper clips, and eventually you can pick up, something the size of a mouse. Then it's tin cans. Then it's people. Then it's cars. Then it's houses. And then it's continents. And you can literally, roll up the entire Earth. With this thing. It's amazing. It's really fun, and it's very casual kind of game. Great music. The music in it is amazingly fun and sweet, and I just love playing that game. It breaks my fucking thumbs off now because you're trying. You're pushing. There's obstacles and all kinds of things you're trying to get around and steer around, stuff like that. And man, it really does a number on your hands. But it's a beautiful, fun game, and
cool.
You can get it in the game store on the Switch for like $30. I actually have a physical copy that I got at GameStop because it was an exclusive.
That original PS2 copy sells for a lot of money still.
Does it really? I think I still have mine.
Yep.
I think I still have my original, that one. That was one I couldn't let go because it's such a great game, and I was always waiting for it to get backwards compatibility on the PS. PS4 now.
Oh.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to echo a lot of Matt's sentiment here, where don't mess up monuments. Mm-hmm. Whatever you guys do, you guys have proved that you almost won 100% this week, Tops. You almost won 100% of fucking every single
total failure. Yeah, it's abject failure.
It was a good 85%.
Yeah, at least. At least.
If you do anything right in the next month or so, make sure the one thing is monuments.
Yeah, that would be the last straw for a lot of people.
If you mess this up, there is no salvaging whatever you had left of your existing user base. Whatever you've got now is starting from scratch with all the new Darth Timmy. so that's what you're looking forward to. And I really hope that they're hearing this and take this to heart.
I want to see the design. I mean, it's got to be in the can by now. I'd like to see what the design of the monuments is going to look like by now. I mean, I feel like they've pushed back the deadline on this thing a couple of times now. It's high time to show the card at least and let us know what we're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess with that, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Hoardcast, Apple, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all the other podcast aggregators that picked us up. Hoardcast@gmail.com to email Gregg all sorts of weird shit. 904-628-1138.
Did we get no Babu Fricks?
Nobody called in and Babu Fricked us.
Babu Fricks?
Not one Babu Frick. I'm really disappointed in y'all.
I'm disappointed.
That's disappointing.
Sad.
That's really
I'm
disappointing.
disappointed. That's so sad.
I know.
Hey!
Hey!
Do it ourselves.
We'll do it live. Hey!
So, to wrap it up for Coffee Talk, thank you from French Press, Automatic Drip, Pumpkin Spice Latte, and None More Black. And we'll see you next time.
Arrivederci.
Minshew! Heart and balls.
Heart and balls.
We are Legion.
We are all.
We are one.
We are
Watching. Hoard Illuminati.
You're watching.